along with her flooded out car. Now her ex-husband confessing to her murder.
New twist in that murder case in Houston. A mother of two vanishing just hours before Hurricane Harvey hit. Now her ex-husband is under arrest. ABC's Diane Macedo is here with the new developments. Good morning, Diane.
Robin, good morning. Steve McDowell heads to court today charged with first-degree murder. Not only do police say they found Crystal McDowell's body, but in a surprising turn, they say her ex-husband confessed.
This morning, a startling confession which could solve the mystery of who killed Texas realtor Crystal McDowell. She was last seen in this security video leaving her boyfriend's house just hours before Hurricane Harvey hit. But despite the deadly storm, authorities suspected foul play.
Once we started the investigation, there were a number of family and friends that had expressed concerns about the ex-husband.
Now police say after questioning her ex-husband for days, Steve McDowell tearfully admitted to murdering the mother of his two children.
Once I got that call, I was in a state of shock and denial. So just trying to deal with it the best way I can.
Crystal started dating Paul Hargrave just 3 weeks before her death. When she left his house the day she went missing, she was heading to pick up her children at her ex-husband's home.
She did make it to and see her kids at that particular day.
3 days later, the 37-year-old's black Mercedes was found at this flooded Motel 6 parking lot. And over a week later, her body was found in a wooded area nearby. Stephen McDowell is now charged with first-degree murder, but police haven't yet revealed a possible motive.
There had been some tension and stress, and there had been some potential disagreements.
I had my suspicions from day one. I can't say that I was honestly that surprised, given the arguments they had the week prior of her missing.
The McDowells shared custody of their children after finalizing their divorce in June, but McDowell was still living with her ex-husband while her home was being remodeled.
A lot of that was so she had access to the children. The children were primarily staying with Steve.
And this isn't the couple's first encounter with the cops. Police say Crystal called them in March, saying Steve had threatened to hurt himself and their children, but he returned the kids safely the next day, so no charges were filed. George, of course, he won't face a charge in this case. First-degree murder.
This is 37-year-old Crystal McDowell. She was last seen on surveillance video leaving her boyfriend's house and getting into her black Mercedes. McDowell was on her way to pick up her two kids at her ex-husband's house, but the kids were never picked up. The next day, Hurricane Harvey roared into Houston, and a few days later, McDowell's black Mercedes was found in the flooded parking lot of a Motel 6 about 7 miles from where she lived. But she was nowhere to be found. Then 3 days later, her body was discovered in a wooded area west of Houston. The local sheriff says he never thought Hurricane Harvey was the reason McDowell went missing, but at first, there were as many as 9 persons of interest in her death, including the ex-husband, 44-year-old Stephen McDowell. When police brought the ex-husband in for questioning, he reportedly broke down in tears and confessed to strangling Crystal McDowell in his home while his children were present, though it's unclear if the kids actually witnessed the crime. Here's what the sheriff said when he was asked about a possible motive. Watch.
It was not discussed with myself, so I can't, there may have been something more detailed in the interviews, but I'm not aware of any.
Crystal McDowell's boyfriend thinks the ex-husband was jealous that she had begun dating again just a few months after the divorce. The boyfriend also thinks the ex-husband knew that Hurricane Harvey was coming, and he was hoping he could use the storm to cover his track.